In our modern day world, there is just way too much inequality. We have filthy rich people like this dude T-Teak right here with his astounding $16. And we have poor people like Bernard here who doesn't have a penny to his name. And I'm just sick of all of it. So I think we should just make every single person equal. And I know that just sounds like communism, and it pretty much is. But instead of everyone living in a perfect united utopia where everyone can follow whatever dream they want to, they all live in misery. Okay, well, I guess communism in actual practice, they all do live in misery, but we're gonna make it even worse, because I have a very special mod installed, the modernbox mod. And this mod includes the most powerful weapon in all of WorldBox history, the MIRV.
Nice.
And if you don't know what a MIRV is, basically it's a nuclear missile that is carrying multiple warheads. So essentially when this was made, they took one missile and shoved 15 nukes into it and called it a day. So we are going to be dishing out these MIRVs to everyone. And I don't mean everyone as in every single country gets one. Every single person in the world gets one. And then, shortly after we do that, we're going to plunge the world into a giant battle royale where only one country will remain, or probably in our case, there'll be no countries remaining. So let's get right into it. To actually distribute our weapons around, all we have to do is go into the loot rain, go down here to the firearms section, but at the very bottom we have the MIRVs, which go from the budget MIRVs. And listen, when we're talking about nuclear weapons here, I don't think budget should be put in front of it, but we're going to be using the strong MIRV, obviously the most powerful one. So we just grab that, make the biggest range possible, and begin raining it down on the citizens. It's just like Christmas. But look, even our boy Bernard, instead of being broke as hell, now he can take over the world if he wants to. And let me just quickly show you guys how powerful the MIRV is. So we have our boy Mara over here holding the MIRV. And oh no, we have a bunch of evil zombies over here. There's only one way to deal with this threat. Building a house. No, dude, just get to work, start killing them. Oh my god, they're all asleep. Now we unpause, and as we can see, yep, it's just an absolute wave of chaos here. And you know, this is pretty bad. It might not be as bad as you thought, but still, on its own, it's not the worst. But remember, currently, over 2,900 people have it. So when this war starts, things are going to get ugly. But since we don't want to just throw all these countries right into it, we want to give them time to develop. But I've actually turned the production of vehicles and guns off, meaning the only thing that these kingdoms can produce is more MIRVs, obviously, and drugs, just because why not? Who cares? It's not hurting anybody. Actually it is, but just don't talk about it. Oh yeah, and they also can begin developing nukes if they want to too. So this is going to get absolutely crazy. So I'm going to simulate all the way to year 200, so all these countries should be fully developed. And don't worry, as soon as the war is about to start, we will distribute MIRVs all around the world to all the new people as well. But for now, let's just keep diplomacy off and peaceful monster zones so that the world quite literally doesn't explode while we're watching. So I'm going to set everything up, and I'll see you guys at year 200. And here we are at year 200. Sapient population only went up about 600, but that is 600 more MIRVs we're gonna have to place down now. And the first thing I'm immediately noticing here is I believe some of these countries have maybe used their weapons. Their populations seem just a bit off. Oh, as a matter of fact, New Zealand is gone. The war hasn't even started yet. New Zealand is already destroyed. How is that even possible? That's honestly on par for New Zealand. Hey, somehow Australia is still alive, but they have nothing. No, literally, they don't even have a single house. All they have is a stupid campfire and a bunch of nuclear weapons. Okay. But other than that, all the other countries seem to be doing, okay. That's not great. But don't worry, guys. We are going to make everything even worse. A lot worse. So we're going to grab our loot rain once again and give brand new MIRVs to all of the brand new children that have been born since we continued last. I imagine this is how the CIA feels in low-income neighborhoods. But now that everyone is locked and loaded, we're going to go back in the world walls, turn on diplomacy again, turn off peaceful monsters. We'll even turn angry villagers on to make this as terrible as possible. And now we grab the spite and sprinkle it over every single kingdom. As I click unpause for half a second, oh god, 3 nuclear weapons weapons have already been used. Holy crap. Sorting by dead, this war has quite literally been going on for 2 human seconds. 188 people have already died. You get the idea. The war has begun. I'm going to turn off every info view just for a couple seconds and click unpause. Oh my god. The entire world is lighting up. Holy crap, this is actually the worst thing I've ever seen. It has been minute fractions of a second. We are on 1 speed. We're going down to half speed now. Slow motion. Thousands, hundreds of people are dropping by the second. There is not a soul spared. I'm going to turn back on the info views here just so you can see the borders of these kingdoms. Literally dozens of kingdoms have already been destroyed, but it seems like the main fallout has already passed. Around half the world's population is already dead and falling. It hasn't even been a year yet. It's only been about 6 months, and they've already dropped 9 nukes total. But they honestly might not need to drop more, considering there's going to be absolutely nothing left. Somehow Australia is still alive. I guess because we're isolated, that actually gives them a really good advantage. Look at these alerts just flying. Dead people, nukes in the air. 3 kingdoms just gone like that. More nukes. And I was going to comment on, how beautiful all the kingdoms looked after 200 years of developing with modern technology. But no. Now it just looks a lot more like Fallout 4 than anything else. But one thing that could actually happen as I unpause here, since almost all of the people in the world have already died, that actually means a lot of MIRVs have been destroyed too. For example, if we just go into Russia and look at their resources, their inventory, holy crap, it's nothing but MIRVs. And, oh, I didn't even know about this. Okay, just a bunch of grenades too. Somehow they have more grenades than they do pieces of wood, but I'm not even going to question that. It's Russia after all. As the first year barely concludes, Happy New Year right there, wow. As the US is gone, they've literally been nuked about 15 times. It looks like this is going to come down to 4 countries. China, Russia, Canada, never mind, not Canada anymore, they just got nuked twice, and probably Brazil. Everything is literally just the wasteland. Like I told you, these MIRVs are absolutely OP. But the best part about this is just because everyone is super strong and awesome, doesn't mean they're overpowered, because the person with the most health only has 500, while the person with the least health has literally 0. India has been destroyed. Canada has been nuked a few more times. Oh, Madagascar was destroyed. Indonesia has fallen. And even Russia is on the brink of collapse too. There has only been 2 years already, and the world death count has nearly doubled since this war has started. Usually in these videos, I turn off civ babies. I haven't even done that here. If these people want, they can have kids. But honestly, in this world, who would want to have kids at all? And there's only 8 countries left already. Only 85 deaths from conflict though. How is that possible? Oh, 4,900 from explosions. And about 3,000 from burning to death. I forget that these guys aren't using guns or their fists or anything normal. Well, either way, I've been on 1 speed this entire time. It's almost been 5 years since the war began. There's 100 people left. That's literally it. But since everything is kind of slowed down, let's begin speeding up time a bit. 26 nukes, sorry, 28. Oh, Canada's gone. I was wondering why those nukes went up. Who's launching these nukes? If Canada's gone and Russia's gone, it has to be China, right? 3 more nukes just went off. Germany was destroyed. Sudan was destroyed. China was just nuked. Again, twice. It's Brazil. And somehow there are just 3 kingdoms left. That's China just got quadruple nuked. And they just nuked Japan for no reason. Did you see that? And now that I'm looking at this, Brazil's like the only country left that actually has somewhat decent infrastructure. Like they actually have houses and boats and stuff. And actually, as a matter of fact, they're like one of the only places left that actually has grass. Everything else has been replaced with a nuclear wasteland. China is just down to its last person, and you're kidding me. This is going to come down to Brazil versus Australia, who's actually recovered quite a bit. But for the first time ever, I might actually be rooting for them. Not because I like them at all, but I mean, just look at them. These guys are pretty much just cavemen that I gave nuke launchers. But anyway, we speed up time once again. World population has fallen below 100 as China gets nuked one more time. Oh no, the nuking of Australia has begun. 47 nukes have been dropped as, yep, there's 2 more. There's just 1 dude left right here on the western side of Australia. And there's the final nuke. They couldn't send a person down there to go fight him. They just had to launch an entire nuclear weapon to deal with 1 dude apparently. But yeah, that is it. It didn't take long. It only took 14 WorldBox years to do that. To completely wipe humans off the face of the planet. In total, almost 9,700 people died. Over 5,000 from explosions, 3,400 from burning, and even 3 from other. I genuinely have no clue what that could even entail. But Brazil did it. They are the winner, and that's actually kind of shocking because Brazil is a big country, meaning that they are a prime target, and a lot of the smaller countries were probably trying to team up on them at once. But nonetheless, they have prevailed with 51 total nukes dropped in the end, and the world is finally at peace. This is what peace looks like, I guess. I don't know. But anyway, if you are still watching at this point in the video, clearly I did something to entertain you, so I'd appreciate it if you would click like and subscribe. And that's about it for the day. I'll see you guys in the next one. Farewell.